Shalom. I'd like to give all praise to the Most High, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Rakak, Madash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, the elders and the brothers who are teaching the truth all around the earth. Peace to the hopeful elect of Israel. Coming back at you right now with the short video. This is my first time trying to record something this way, in this manner. Figure I'd just try something different, something new. But without further ado, I saw this newspaper, or this news article, if you will. I saw it actually in a newspaper today. So I searched for it online. And it's the story about this brother, okay, who could potentially, be an Israelite. We don't know. They call him an African American in the report, okay. This is coming from CNN about this brother who was led. I don't know if you can see it in the screen here. Who's being led by a rope or a strap or a line, as they call it. They don't want to call it a rope, and you'll see that once I read the article. In the streets of Galveston, Texas. Okay. Now, we have to understand that we're still in captivity, and as you can see, these cowboys here are making it a point. It's a natural thing to see this, I guess you would say, but also, more importantly, it's a spiritual thing. Okay. For as much as times have changed, they really haven't changed at all. They still treat us the same way. Okay. So without further ado, and I'll get back to this article, but I'm gonna read my first scripture, okay, which is Ecclesiastes chapter 10 and verse 5. Start with verse 5. There is an evil which I have seen under the sun, as an error which proceedeth from the ruler. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place. I have seen servants upon horses, and princes walking as servants upon the earth. Okay, and that's what you're seeing there, with that brother being led on the ground, while these base men, fools, Esau, Edom, who loves to play the policeman, leads a man by his neck, or with a rope, put it that way, okay? This is Lamentations 2 and 13. What things shall I take to witness for thee? What things shall I liken to thee, O daughter of Jerusalem? What shall I equal to thee, that I may comfort thee, O virgin daughter of Zion? For my breach is great like the sea. Who can heal thee? Thy prophets have seen vain and foolish things for thee, and they have not discovered thine iniquity, to turn away thy captivity, but have seen for thee false burdens and causes of banishment. All that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, Is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? All thine enemies have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash the teeth. They say, We have swallowed her up. Certainly this is the day that we looked for. We have found, we have seen it. The Lord hath done that which he had devised. He hath fulfilled his word that he had commanded in the days of old. He hath thrown down and hath not pitied, and he hath caused thine enemy to rejoice over thee. He hath set up the horn of thine adversary. So with those scriptures being read, here we're looking at, our plight here in this captivity under these devils. Okay, so I'm going to read a portion of this article here just so that we understand what's going on. CNN, the Texas Police Department, is apologizing for its treatment of a African American, quote, African American man that the police chief said caused the man unnecessary embarrassment. Photos show two mounted officers from the Galveston Police Department escorting a handcuffed man. One officer is leading the man, identified as 43-year-old Donald Neely, with what appears to be a rope. Neely was arrested and charged with criminal trespassing Saturday, according to police. He was released Sunday, police said. As it goes on, police said the officers holding a line that was clipped to the man's handcuffs, not a rope. Okay, so we playing semantics now. Line, rope, string, whatever you want to call it. Okay? While this technique of using mounted horses to transport a person during an arrest is considered a best practice in certain scenarios, such as during crowd control, the practice was not used correctly in this instance, police said in a statement. There was no transportation immediately available at the time of the arrest, police said. Now we're going to stop right there. Okay, what? They have just one cop car in Galveston? Is that what we supposed to believe? Like they couldn't arrest the man and stand there and wait? What else are they doing? That they couldn't wait for transportation. There was no fire truck in the city that could have came and got him, gave him a ride to the jail, to the precinct, wherever they claimed they were going to take him. No, they did that shit on purpose. Okay, there's no accidents anymore. Okay, there's no oops, I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking when I did that. Okay. So as we go on, it says the officers showed poor judgment and could have waited for a transport unit at the location of the arrest, Galveston police say. That's just what I'm saying. And I hadn't read that far, but that's what it's saying. Salakia for bumping the camera. The officers showed poor judgment and could have waited for a transport unit at the location of the arrest, Galveston Police Chief Vernon L. Hale III said. Galveston Police held a community meeting Tuesday to discuss the incident. At a press conference in Galveston before the meeting, civil rights attorney Benjamin Crump, who does not represent Neely's family, criticized the police department. When they dragged Donald Neely down the road by horses and rope, it was like they were dragging our entire community down the road, Crump said. This is not 1819, this is 2019. And that image projected back to 1819 as if those were the fugitive slave hunters. See, there you go. And that's what they are. Okay? He hit the nail right on the head. That's exactly what they are. They haven't changed. They've always had that mentality. Okay? Going on, it says, continuing, and that Donald Neely was a slave being with horse and rope brought down the street, Crump said. Neely family attorney Melissa Morris echoed Crump's criticism. This is the behavior in 2019 that we have to deal with. Unfortunately, these police officers lack the judgment and the fitness to decide that this imagery that comes from the way that they handled Mr. Neely is painful, and that it is just dredged up all of these painful memories of the past. The department said it understands the negative perception of this action and will cease to use the transportation technique. They calling it a technique as if it's something technical, putting a rope on somebody. Quote, my officers did not have any malicious intent at the time of the arrest. Maybe they didn't have any malicious intent, but they probably thought it was pretty fucking funny, I guess, because that's the kind of person, that's the kind of spirit that they have. Okay? My officers did not have any malicious intent at the time of the arrest, but we have immediately changed the policy to prevent the use of this technique and will review all mounted training and procedures for more appropriate methods, the chief said in the statement. Okay? So you got to understand, man, we still in captivity. We still dealing with these damn devils, okay, in their uniforms, all right, who are going around trying to start trouble, okay, trying to bring up, as the article said, drudge up memories of the past from 120 years ago. This is what they love to do. Now, he goes in to say, the chief does in that article, that they are going to change things in their training. What the hell you need that for in training in the very beginning? It should have never been in training. I've never heard of such a thing. But we are talking about Texas, okay? We are talking about Esau Edom, okay? The so-called white man, all right? Who's going around, as the scriptures say, paraphrasing, doing that kind of crap, the things that they've done to us here, and holding themselves not guilty. Okay, And the last scripture I'm going to bring out, I didn't mean for this to be as long, but I just wanted to hit this thing because it bothered me so much when I saw it. Okay, this is Jeremiah 30:10. Therefore fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, saith the Lord, neither be dismayed, O Israel, for lo, I will save thee from afar, and thy seed from the land of their captivity, and Jacob shall return, and shall be in rest, and be quiet, and none shall make him afraid. Going on to Jeremiah 31:7, for thus saith the Lord, sing with gladness for Jacob, and shout among the chief of the nations. Publish ye, praise ye, say ye, O Lord, save thy people, the remnant of Israel. And the last one is Jeremiah 46:27. But fear not thou, O my servant Jacob, and be not dismayed, O Israel, for behold, I will save thee from afar off, and thy seed from the land of their captivity, and Jacob shall return, and be in rest, and at ease, and none shall make him afraid. And that's going to do it for the scriptures. Lord willing, this was a edifying little news update. If someone hadn't seen this or heard about it, call halal Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, Rakar Kwadash. Peace to the hopeful elect of Israel. Shalom.